I'm sitting here watching. I don't know what this is. Yeah, Black Stories. I really don't watch much of them because when I was doing a lot of studying, you just learn so much when you go to deep studying. You just drift. Yeah, you just drift because you learn stuff that most of us would never learn, would never get it, and you hear about stuff that most of us would never learn and would never hear about it. So I can drift. But anyway, I was listening to this thing. It ain't but 12 minutes. It was like uh, talking about how great leaders are born and they get conspired and conspiracy against. The conspired conspiracy against. Y'all know what? That was a book out a long time. I can't remember it. I think it's one of those books that's well guarded. Like some books, I don't know if they still do that, but some books you go by, they want your identity. They want your I think even guards be there or something like that. Something they take a lot of information on you, and sometimes these books are just overpriced. I mean, in the thousands. But anyway, that's a trick, man. I never tell it. I can't tell it online. I probably never be able to write about it neither. I don't think it's meant to be told. But there's a trick to beat conspiracy all the way around. And I think it's in that book where they were talking about great wars. This is back when we had a lot of unity. Our unity was in the right area. We got unity now. It's just in the bad. It's unifying against one another, not unifying together. But you know, it ain't even about all that. It's really about how did they keep this stuff going? Brainwashing everybody, telling the brainwashing everybody, all nationality. This is a whole new power. This is a power thing. But it's like the answer to the problem is so simple. The cure to the problem is so simple. You don't want to tell it. You don't want to tell it. It just take the fun out the game. What I don't understand is why nobody wants the challenge. Why do people don't like good competition? Why take out the competition? You know, don't take out the competition. But it's like they just not. Let's say it's a white guy. I'm a black guy. It's a white guy. I got a white friend. Oh, white. Somebody white. I'm going again. Then you're gonna tell him if he do this, if we let him do this, what you gonna do? You can't do this and do that. That's a lie. That's a lie. Cause I done met every other nationality can do it. Just it's always somebody out there better than you, and there ain't no telling what nationality they is. All them lies. It's a power. I forgot what they call it. Power something. That's it. I don't get into racism and stuff because it's so trivial. I just know I kept asking God why, and God showed me a couple things. And I was like, I don't even want to know why no more. God is there. He give you the answer to it too. So what I'm trying to say is, without getting all into the racist stuff and starting this old riot stuff, what I'm trying to say is when they conspire against new leaders and they win, it's something that leader can. Leader don't need nobody else. Don't need the lover. Don't need nobody. It's something that leader can do. Stop all that. And everybody, all the other nationalities know about it. These is things that was taken from us through slavery. They had to take this kind of stuff from us in order to enslave us. See, you got to read between the cracks of the carpet, right? That's about the best I can tell you. That's about as good as I can tell everybody that. That's it. That's it. That's just it. And it's like they making money out. If you gonna let them make money out of something so simple, hey, I swear, there's one thing that person can do by himself back then. Stopped all that. The problem is, would you want to do it? Would you want to do it? When Jesus Christ came and Jesus did what he did, I think what folded us off was the hanging. But the problem is, we don't know what Jesus was crucified for. Well, we do, but we ain't getting it. God allowed that. That was written. Them books written by God. That was written. It had to be done so we can have this freedom that we supposed to have. We putting ourselves in slave. We got a gift from that. I'm trying to tell y'all the best way I can tell you. I guess the other lesson I like, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Let them keep going like that. Let them keep acting crazy. But I bet they be laughing at us, boy, behind our back. Like, man, they don't get it. We ain't getting it yet. It's simple, bro. It's simple. But we just it lies in a lot of discipline that we never thought we had to have discipline in. Like, in areas in our life that we never thought we had to have discipline in. You watching it just by watching me and still ain't getting it. It's like my brother Jesus, that was his time. That was written. That's why Jesus told me, your story better than mine. That's what Jesus told me when we talked together over there in heaven. Your end of story better than mine. I said, what is this, guy? That's what God, I told y'all what God did to me over there in heaven. I said, what is this? And no, they tell me I'm spoiled. But I tell Jesus he's spoiled. Jesus say I'm spoiled. They say God got us spoiled. I'm telling y'all, bro, I know I'm God's child. God done kept me to this solitude. For y'all, it's a move, but it been like this for me. Even when I was out there and I was popular and I was just alone at the top, can't eat with the peasants. And y'all see that as a discrimination. Y'all see that as an insult. That's just coded right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat with the peasants. Watch this. What is a peasant? He calling us a peasant. Y'all selective hearing individuals out there. He calling us a peasant. Okay, what would make you a peasant? Why would he call you such a peasant? He would call you such a peasant because he's a king. He has a queen. He coming to party with you individuals that don't want to be called peasants. And y'all, the men out there saying they king, queen out there. Yeah. Everybody want to sleep with both of them. The king and the queen. The king knows this. King, and the queen knows this. But the queen is a female. Sometimes you know how I get. And the men just keep pushing. But these is kings and queens out here. But the men just keep pushing. This ain't the one I used in the tournament. the men just keep pushing. But these is kings and queens out here. Now you got to select the hearing. You're saying he's saying that he don't wanna do this with the peasants. These is kings and queens that came down here to party with you individuals who don't want to be called peasants. And y'all keep pushing up on the king and the queen. Why you can't party with the king and queen? Why you can't respectfully party with the king and queen? Why you can't do right by the king and queen? Why do you have to hit on the king and queen? See, I'm telling y'all stuff you can't read between the cracks in the carpet because you just don't want to get past this. Stop reading the books and stop doing this. You name one thing in that Bible ain't never came true. And then I listen to you. You can't name one thing. Y'all should have been ready now to the point where you scared as hell for the next chapter to start. Now watch this. So Jesus came here, and Jesus had to die. Okay, watch this. Jesus did all this stuff, told us how to do this. Okay, now if we was back in them days, I don't know how they reacted when Jesus told them how to do it, but it obviously was working, because they knew he was some kind of miracle child. Okay, so Jesus did all this stuff, and they were asking Jesus, "How you do this? You think what were they asking Jesus? They were asking Jesus serious stuff like, how can we avoid being slaves? How can we get out of slavery? How can we walk? How can we see?" And Jesus answered, if he was healing the blind, the cripple, if he was healing people from condition like that, then teaching them how not to be slaves in slavery and being enslaved and how to properly get out of being slaves was easy. Then he gave them a gift. So why God sacrificing them? So that everything he taught you within itself can be a key code to wake you up, to make sure you dominate. It was a gift. When Jesus was hung, it was a gift to us. It was a gift. You don't know how to use it because you have to wake up. You have to apply this to your life. And see, the other nationality knows it, because if you can apply this to your life and have this kind of discipline, then they can trust you around their wives, their husbands. They can trust you around their income. They can trust you in their finance department. They can trust you in their revenue. See, there ain't no trust there in you. Look at me. So many people done doppelganger me and copied and pasted me and emulated me and fraudulent crime me. They don't know who they is. They trying to find me. They could be right in front of me and still can't find me because they think they is me. So their mind is gone. And that's what happens when you keep running around blindly. So that's what it is. I'm trying to tell y'all, but you can't get it. You keep talking about they do magic, and they do the magic on you. They do the magic, and this is what the magic did. All they gotta do is sleep with you. And the way we sleeping around today, and the way we sleeping around with people today, they just sleep with you. And if they do anything else, that's just icing on the cake. Because they already got you. You don't know what that blender machine you just slept with about to do to you. You don't see that entourage around them. You too busy looking in the physical. You don't see that muscle around them. You see the muscle around you. You see them without nobody. Some people are so great. Some people are so spectacular, marvelous, immaculate, extraordinary. They don't need one body human around them in the physical. It'll be cheating. Y'all out there looking at, yeah, he look like he good. I ain't never been no gullible. I know what royalty look like, and I know I'm royalty. Gullible. Those who say people like me are gullible lets me know that your IQ level, and you ain't got now. You ain't got now, never had one. My child, by the time it was $1.50, IQ was better than your grown ass. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all gotta read between the cracks in the carpet. Read between the lines. Y'all ain't getting it, man. You get it, but you don't want to get it because you like staying where you at. You like being in position to where you told what to do. Even though you built the whole world, you like being sleeping giants. And you know, if giants decide to want to sleep everywhere, don't you think they need to move? They getting in the way. They got to get in the way. You getting in the way if you're going to just sleep. You need to move then. You ain't going to do nothing. You got to look at this stuff. Y'all got to pay attention. So let's go back to my brother Jesus. God did that. That man didn't kill Jesus. Man ain't got the power. Man ain't got the power. Man can only do, even the high ups and the 1%, they got to listen to what God tell them to do. If I go sideways and I do this, and that's why they always, not them, but that's why a lot of the lower vibrational people hitting me in areas where they need me to go as low as I can possibly go. So that high percent, let's just call them the high percent. So that high percent can say, now you can take them out. It's all strategic, bro. It's all perfectly synchronized. It's a game. Me and Guy was talking one time. I said, Guy, out of 8 billion people, 8.1 billion people, 8.2 billion people, 8.1 billion people can be a program just to get that one person to do right by God. That's how much power God got. Far more greater than that. So, God let this happen to Jesus. But why? You got to ask yourself, why did God let? Because it was a gift right there. You don't know how to use the gift because you got to have somebody with you. You don't know how to use the gift because you got to have drugs inside of you. You don't know how to use the gift because you got to stay contaminated. You don't know how to use the gift because you always got to gossip. You don't know how to use the gift because you just don't know how to use the gift. You sitting here watching me, hee hee ha ha, and then you, same thing over and over. And it can even be with my little test. And you can see my test change up over and over different way. And you'll still go, hee hee, just like you just laugh, hee hee, hee hee, hee hee, hee hee. By this time, we know your IQ gone. We know you got no IQ. But you done seen that same person, you done seen something strange go on in a department that ain't nothing strange supposed to go on in. And that right there, if I was the other people, the other nationality, I wouldn't even be watching the video or the screen, whatever the hell y'all watch. I'd be watching y'all to see how often you gonna do that. Some of y'all are brilliant. Some of y'all are millionaires. Some of y'all probably even billionaires. Some of y'all, whatever. And you still doing the same thing. Yeah, and I'd be like this over there. Let me get that. I'm gonna get 2 niggas. Yeah. Because you already done failed the test. We playing pool and you can't hit the 8 ball in. You still think the white ball the 8 ball. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You ain't getting the game, man. You can't get the game. If you don't get the game, you can't play the game. There's no way you can play the game if you don't get the game. I ain't supposed to tell you. It's simple. I'm already done told you enough. Like, I'm just watching these leaders. Like, when I watch these little stuff, it's always some great leader get taken. And that leader is something the leader don't know. As great as these leaders are, it's something they don't know. It's something they missed. Sabi, every last one of them, including me. I could have missed it, but thankfully, I had cleaned up to the point where I'm getting it. I can feel that energy right there. I just don't know how to. I just don't know how. Okay, it's a tricky energy right there, but I got it. You hear what I'm saying? So it's like y'all ain't getting it, bro. It's like if they knew this part, that's all they need to know. One of them, as bad as racism was back then, that person wouldn't have died. They couldn't have killed him. Ain't no way they could have killed him. Because, see, other nationalities know to monitor energy. We still worried about the manpower. We still looking at this extraordinary stuff. It can be the greatest mountain of all mountains. But it don't matter when it comes to the hand of God. If you know how to utilize the hand of God, if you know how to activate the hand of God, the blink of God. God told me something one time in a dream. He showed me something. He showed me how powerful he was. I said this on Facebook when I was on Facebook. He showed me how his lips, and he even gave me a little code word to do. He showed me the power in his lips vibrating together, hitting each other, and it destroyed buildings. I saw buildings just fall down. Big buildings. I'm talking about all kind of buildings. tall building, skyscraper, they just fell down. He showed me the power just in his lip vibrating off each other. That's how awesome my God is. So in this book, let's go back to this war book. It was a war book we all had to read in this study we were doing. And they all different people kept going up against these group of people. They couldn't beat them. They couldn't get why they couldn't beat them. They had better technology, they had better stuff, they had more stuff, more people, more everything. They couldn't beat them. Because if one person, let's say like myself, can tap into that what my brother Jesus was telling me and accomplish like what I done accomplished myself, imagine what a handful would do. So you talking about these little groups, let's say it's a little bitty war. I can't tell y'all the story of it, but let's say it's a little war. Let's say it's a little county. And everybody in the world tried to take out these people. They couldn't take them out. So finally, the biggest army of all the armies got with these people and asked them, how did y'all do this? How? I just got to know. And he says, because of the God we worship is the all true God, the Alpha and the Omega, God over all gods. And that's it. In slavery, they took that away from us. Boom, broke us down to slavery. Slaves. Just like that. It's easy. Y'all go on this, you got all this education, you got all this stuff, you got all this knowledge, you done came up with all this stuff and you still ain't figured it out. That's why I told y'all to turn down for what? Turn down for that information right there. Turn down for what? Turn down for that knowledge right there. Turn down for what? Turn down for that common sense, that wisdom right there. Turn down for what? Turn down to wake up like that right there.